Hello, welcome back. We are on to question two. I'm not going to lie, I'm quite nervous about this one because there is a lot of reading for this one, and I've not done like when you do this exam, you will have had your preliminary material, you will have gone through it, so you'll be a bit familiar with it. For me, it's kind of coming through a bit fresh, so bear with me while I interpret the data on this video. So work out the decrease between September to November 2014 and June, August 2015 in the number of people aged 16 to 24 who were unemployed. So it's 1 mark. I've just got to find where it is in the material. So go to my highlighter, September, November. Here we are. Unemployed, September to November 20. That's not what I want. Down 56 from the previous quarter. Right, okay, here. So that's there. That means that if I add those two numbers together, 628, I'm just thinking about this now. Yeah, okay. 628000 plus 136000. That is for September, November, 764000. Now we need to know June, August, which we've got there, and it says down 56 from there. So 628000 plus 56000 is 684. Okay, so because we've got September, November 2015, it says from the previous quarter, which would then be June, August 2015. Okay, so the decrease from one to the other is going to be 764, take away 684. I'm just talking in thousands now. And that gives me 80, so it's 80,000. There we go. If you just pluck 56,000 out and put that one in there, then that's going to be incorrect. So you just have to be very careful when you're going through that. Okay, 8 marks now. This is a big question. So that's 9. We've then got anything else on it? Yeah, 3 more. So that is a big, big question. Okay. 2 newsletters contained articles about the unemployment rate of the economically active population aged 16 to 24 in September, November 2015. Here are the 2 headlines. Unemployment rate for 16 to 24-year-olds declines by 1/5 in 1 year. And then for economically active 16 to 24-year-olds, the ratio of men to women is 11 to 10. So I guess economically active means that they have a job. Using the data, comment on the validity of these headlines. So unemployment rate. Okay, here we go. We've got something here. So the unemployment rate, the proportion of the economically active population who are unemployed, 13.7 down from 16.9. Okay, so we can do something with this. 16.9 take away 13.7. 16.9 take away 13.7 is 3.2. And that's going to go over 16.9, and then we multiply that by 100. So 3.2 divided by 16.9. I need to make sure I've got the answer in there. And then we times it by 100. And that gives me 18.9. Happy with that. So 18.9%. And then I can say always young is wrong because it was less than 1/5, 1/5. Okay, happy with that. Now we've got to look at the dynamic youth. Okay, and what were they saying? Economically active 16 to 14-year-olds. Right, I need to know where there's a gender split. Men and women, here we go. 362,000 men aged 16 were unemployed in September. The unemployment for men in this age group was 15.2. Okay. So 15.2% equals 362,000. 1% will be dividing by 15.2 and then I times by 100. So 362,000 divided by 15.2 times by 100 means that they are taking into account 2,381,579 men. That's going to be the 100 bit. That's how many men there are in this sample, this survey, this population, whatever it is. Right, 265 women. That's not what I wanted, is it? That's not what I wanted. That is men. I now need to multiply that number. I need to take away the 15.2. So 100% take away 15.2. 84. So I need to multiply that number by 0.848. So 238,157.9 times by 0.848. And that's giving me 2019579. So that will be the men that are active. I'm just going to circle that, and of course you'll be writing this on your book, but I'm just going to write on my page where I'm able to write on it. Right, the similar thing here. Right, the unemployment rate for women 12.1, and that many are unemployed. So 265,000 is 12.1%. What do I want? 100 take away 12.1. We need 87.9%. So 265,000 divided by 0.121. No. I've just done it straight away. I'm just going to double check. Actually, I divided by 12.1 and then multiplied by 100. Yeah, so I've just, brilliant. If you divide it by 0.121, that gets you to 100%, because that's what it would have been multiplied by to get to the 12.1. So that gives me 219,083. We're going to then multiply this by times by 0.879. And that gives me 1925083. This is women that are active. Okay. Okay, so I paused the video a bit and I'm now back because actually the question's not asked very well, and I brought in one of my colleagues, the famous Mr. Clare, to have a look at this question as well. And we've compared it with the mark scheme. And although it says active within the economy, they're actually going to allow it to be this total population figure. So it was men to women that they wanted, and it was 11 to 10, I believe. Let me just double check that from the question. 11 to 10, men to women. Okay, great. And at the moment, we've got men as, well, actually, this could be 1.1 to 1. And therefore, if we take the women's population from the sample, I guess active means that they're within sort of the economy and they're trying to get jobs. They're not retired and they're not under the age bracket, perhaps. Well, they won't be retired at 24, will they? Unless they're really lucky. And then when we multiply it by 1.1, it should be close to the 2381579. So we'll run that through the calculator, and it gives me 240909.3, and that's pretty close. So then we can go on to say that the company that made this claim, Dynamic Youth, is correct. Okay, so that's that bit done. That was a pig. Right. An independent body overseeing the quality of government reports. suggests that the briefing paper could have been improved. Suggest 3 improvements. So one of the things that we could have is to sort it into categories. We've also, I'm just going to write over the top, axes need to be labeled. We could have more charts. We could ensure, I like this one, data is accurate, because there is a part there for the for 16 to 24s, 362K for men plus 265K for women does not equal the total of 628. So that can be looked at as well. They've also said like graphs need to be more accurate on a larger scale. So graphs on a larger scale. And then you can just have any 3 of those. It also says display data in a table. Which would also work. Okay, that's that bit done. Is there another bit? No. So that is a big question. That is 12 marks. And I think that highlights the importance of reading through these preliminary materials, going through it with your teachers, thinking about how you can improve the report. Okay, guys, I will see you within those question 3s in the other 3 papers. Have the very best day and good luck with your exams.